In these three main cards, we have what is going on. Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Page of Wands reversed, and the King of Wands upright. You know, I follow my instinct, so I'm going to say what I feel and what I perceive. And what I feel here is like there is some kind of impatience about a proposition that is quite a bold movement, but needed. It's like, you know, you have to be a man and you have to take responsibilities of your actions. So what is all about? Let's keep moving on. We'll see. We have underneath the Ten of Fire. This is the Ten of Wands and the Earth King. There's like the King of Pentacles. What I believe is you are going through, remember, it's a general reading. Could be you, could be around your cycle of friends, family, acquaintances, you know, it's all that. But it seems like it's important you get this message. So that's why I'm saying it could be a overwhelming situation that has been approached in it has to be approached in a very pragmatic way. That's why we have present of the King of Pentacles here. It's like if someone has been playing too hard with fire, you know, and now we need someone who is a little bit colder, who has a clear ideas, who is mature enough to see how to fix it, whatever is going on. And here we have what surrounds you is the Seven of Cups reversed and the Two of Cups. Emotions and more emotions going on here. Seems that practicality should be a key factor here, you know. But honestly, sometimes it's not easy when we talk about love, and that is soulmates and lovers. This is specifically this is the perfect union, the yin and yang. You see here. It seems like there is kind of it has been a foggy start here. I can see still the fog on the top of this card. It has been a foggy, weird, hidden start for this couple. But they look very determined to stay together. That is what the situation is around you guys. And this is the approach. The approach is talking about, it's like someone that could be your mom, okay, or the mother of this person that we're talking about. She's going to she's going to handle the situation. And it may be because what I feel here is that we're talking about wedding. We're talking about pregnancies. We are talking about those things. Seems to me that she's going to freak out a little bit. It's like she is going to be a little bit stressful about the situation. But she's going to do it because she is very committed. She's determined to do it right, you know, to take charge of this. And what we have here, what I said is because I picked these cards and I saw that we're talking about the Six of Cups, talks about perfect unions in the traditional tarot decks, kind of the soul of flame mate. And he says, Jesus blesses the little children. So there is a main factor here is Jesus and the children. And here we talk about the Four of Wands, is Isaac and Rebecca, the wedding. So all in general terms is telling me we're talking about young fellas that they find out the girl is pregnant and they have to decide what to do. And it seems that they are going to get married. This is what I feel, okay, guys? But let's try to see what's going on the sides, okay? And I understand this is a general reading. Not everybody's going to be in the same situation, but you may know someone who is going through that, and you are going to be a key factor for that person to help them out, to, like, cope the situation, like live with that, like understand that everything is fine. But we'll see. Remember what we said. We have a mom here that she is concerned, she's determined, a little bit anxious about the whole story of the wedding, perhaps what the people are going to say about my son, etc., etc., etc. It's fine. It's fine. You are doing what a mother will do. Although, let me tell you one thing. This is seems like the father of the other side, the father maybe of the girl, and this is the King of Swords. Look his face. He's not jumping in joy. He's not. It's not. But it seems like quite honorable, like a military guy, and loves his daughter. So I think he will be part of the process, like planning and helping out in certain things, strategic things, and he will watch out the process very closely because of his personality, because it's his daughter, and all those things together. Okay, but remember what we said about what surrounds you is foggy beginnings, secret beginnings. Nobody knew about this union, I'm sure, and now practicality has to be in a fact, but what do we have here? We have here that even we saw the King of Swords is the King of Swords again, and it's reversed. So even if now it's kind of accepting the situation much better, it has not been always like this, okay? They have considered many options. And because it's reversed, he has been someone who has said everything. Perhaps abortion, perhaps give the baby to adoption. Perhaps he went through cold treatment with his daughter, like I don't have a daughter anymore. I believe at first he was pissed off, and he lacked very much compassion. But everything, as you see, finally goes well. But what was the reason, the source of all these things? We get here, the underneath. Remember that all became with an overwhelming situation, okay? That they thought that they had to talk to someone maybe more mature, an adult, perhaps someone who had a little bit more common sense. That person gave them a practical advice and all that, and I believe that because of this one. This is a Sky Kitten. It's like the Page of Swords. It was a silent treatment here. It's like they were keeping this secret. But also the connotation here that is Page talks about they were not mature. They were immature. They were having an immature behavior. That is what things got complicated here. It's like they were not careful enough. They wanted what they wanted. They did it, and everything exploded in their hands. Finally, they decide to talk. Finally, after a while, and this is the situation where they are. What you can see here, that they're impatient to know what's going on, because perhaps there has been in consideration arrange this situation with money. Um, Perhaps things that they have been talking around between the parties here is how they're going to live, with which money, how you're going to do it. But whoever the financial elements, you know, they are, because they are concerned. Here we have the Four of Pentacles. There is a concern for money. But after all that, it seems like they are going to stay loyal with their idea. There is keep the baby, okay, and celebrate a wedding. This is what it seems to be. Baby and wedding is the final decision that all those two families are desired to do, you know. And here we have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords this time is upright, and is the angel appearing to Joshua. In that moment of the Bible, Joshua said, "Who are you? If you are from God, you are with me. If not, you are against me." It's kind of like this. Those two families decide to be with and supporting their kids. That is an example. They manifest, finally they manifest, and they agree all together that they are going to be there for their kids. That is what I see. And here, in these two runes, we have Horus, and it's reversed, and Bjork upright. Horus, when it's reversed, it's like you're quite exhausted about this situation, okay? And it has been times that, and it's in general terms, it seems like that. It's like you feel like you have been ordered by others how to do things or how to live your life. And it's quite obvious here. But those young fellas acted as adults, and now this is what adults are and do. They, they do what they have to do. They really take responsibility of their actions. And sometimes you are too young and you need the help of the family, and that is what is going on here. And Björk is telling that it's a confirmation because it's talking about birth. It's talking about family. It's talking about marriage. It's talking about caring. Is a new beginning here for everyone. Why this union of those two young fellas had to happen, we don't know. But sometimes, because of this situation, something even bigger and better happens. So don't be too hard with the boys because that happened. Support them as much as you can about this. Seems like something very good is happening here. Something very good. Always the birth of a baby is fantastic, but seems that those fellas, they really love each other. They just need a little bit of help. It has been a little bit bumpy, the beginning of the relationship, but seems like there's going to be okay. So I'm very, very happy for you, Pisces. Don't get mad with them. Yes, they were immature. Yes, I know. But seems everything is going to be very nice, very good. And who knows, that could be the beginning of as I said, something bigger and better. And I'm very glad for you, Pisces. Maybe you're going to become a mom. Maybe you're going to become a father or a grandpa or an uncle, or I don't know. But sounds very, very good.